Now we can select any of the image. Let's select any image to extract. Okay, let's extract it. So the text is now extracted. Hello guys, welcome back to CID. Today we are going to make one image to text converter through Python. So let's see how can we make. First of all, you will have to install some modules in Python. So let's see what are these things. So I'll open CMD, and under CMD I'll use pip install, and first of all you will need pyqt 5, and then you need opencv python. So you will write like this, opencv python, and then you will need pytesseract. Okay, pytesseract is the module which will just convert your images into text. And let's hit enter and let's install these three things. So I have already satisfied all the requirements because these three things are installed on my computer. So I will leave it, and if you will have any problem in installing these three, then you can ask me through the comment box. So now if you have installed these three things in your Python, and you must have also the Qt designer in your Python, and for that you can use pip install pyqt 5 tools. So now I hope you have Qt designer and these three modules too. If you have not Qt designer and you don't know how to install this, then you can see our other videos. The link of that video is flashing on the top of this video. So now let's go further and let's install one more thing, that is Tesseract. You'll have to go to this link. This is the owner of this exe file, and these two files you will see here. If there will be any another updates in future, but while I am making this video, these two things are here. So this is for 64-bit computer, this is for 32-bit computer. You can install anyone which is compatible to your computer. I have 64-bit computer, so I will download this. Just click on it and it will download. Okay, it is downloading. I have already downloaded, so I'll just cut it down. Now if you have downloaded Tesseract, then this will be the file, and just double click on it and let's install Tesseract in your computer. Give it the language you preferred, and I have already installed, that's why I'll just cut it. And I have downloaded into my program files Tesseract OCR. So I'll just remember the path of that. So you will have to remember the path of the installation. Now let's go into the coding part. So let's first design our UI. For that, let's open the designer. Let's get the main window, and now let's get one label here for the application name, and I will rename it like this, image to text converter. Okay, and let's get it on the center. So I'll change the alignment, and alignment will be center, and let's resize it. So I can resize it through here. I can get the font size, suppose it is 20, and let's get it bold. And now I can also get it the maximum size, and I want is as 50. Okay, this will be the maximum size of this label. And now I want to add one frame here, so I'll get one frame, I'll get one frame here, and this frame I'll make as main frame. So I'll just rename it to main frame. Okay, and now what I want is to add these two in vertical layout. So I will get it into the vertical layout. So it is in vertical layout. Now what I want is to add two frames. First frame will be for image drag drop system, and second frame I want to add so that the extracted text will be shown into this frame. So these two frames are added. Now what I want is to align these two frames into horizontal layout. So I'll click on horizontal layout, and these two frames are aligned in horizontal layout. Now what I want next is one button, so that when user will click on that button, then the text extraction will be happen. And for that I'll get one push button here, and under this push button let's change the text extract. Okay, now what I want is another thing, progress bar. Okay, so that when extraction will be happened, then this progress bar will run. Okay, and now I can remove this text here from progress bar. So I'll come down below and I'll just deselect this text visible, and now this is good. Now let's add some style sheets. First of all, for the Q main window, and I want to add the background color in the Q main window like this, and let's apply. And now what I want is into the Q label. Into the Q label I want to add the background color is the same color of the window, and also I want to change the font color to white. So I'll change like this. Now what I want is to add color of the Q frame, and this will be something like lighter color like this. When I will apply this, then you will see that all the things are happened like this. But if I will change it to Q frame dot Q frame, then it will be good. Okay, now next one, what I want is for the Q push button. Okay, Q push button, and under this I want firstly the radius. Okay, border radius I want as 5 pixel, and next now I want as background color something like red. Okay, sorry, the spelling is wrong here for the Q push button. And now what I want is the color I want as the black. Okay, this will be the default, but I can leave it also. And now I want to add the hover effect in Q push button. That's why I will just go down here and I will do it like this, hover, and let's change it to 250, 250 and 250. Okay, and background color I want to change to green. So I'll select like this, apply, and okay. Okay, so it's happening, but let's get it the minimum size of this button I want as 25. Okay, so this is good, right? I can also change the font size here to 20. It's very big. Let's get it to 10 and bold. So it's good now. Now I want to add one text box in the right side frame so that the text converted from the image will be shown into that text box. So I'll get one text box here. Okay, and let's add it to any of the layouts. Okay, but you will see here the mistake is this is capturing all the things. So I will change the minimum size of these two things, like width I want as 400, and for this also, this right side frame, the minimum size I want as 400. Okay, so this is like this. Okay, now I can remove the spacings, left margin 0, all the margins, let's get it 0, and also in this main frame I have to remove all the frame margins so that this will look good. Okay, so we have designed the GUI part. Now let's save it. I'll save it into a folder I have made called TOCR, that is Tesseract OCR, and I'll rename it like OCR underscore UI. Okay, and I'm just minimizing this Qt designer. Now let's jump to the coding part, and for the coding part, first you will need to watch this video on our channel where we have described that how to make image drag drop system in pyqt 5. Okay, so I hope you have watched this video and you have this file. Okay, imgdd label file. If you have this file, then let's go further. I have imgdd label here, so I'll just open it, the imgdd label, and you will see here that this is the class, and I have made some changes into this. I have added this method into this mouse double click event so that when user will double click on this, then it will open the get open file name dialog box. Let me show you. When I'll click on it, then let's double click and you will see that this is opening one file dialog box which is saying that select the image, and if I'll select any image, then you will see that this is shown here. Okay, and I can also drag drop here the image. So let me show you. I can drag drop here. Okay, so this is working. Now let's jump to the coding of the main UI, and for that let me get one new file here, and I'll just minimize this one. You will have to remember the class name imgdd label. Okay, I will use this label into our main window. I have taken here one empty Python file. Now I have to import all the modules we have installed. First of all, I will import pytesseract, and then we'll need cv2, OpenCV Python, and next I'll import something from pyqt 5. That's it. Now we'll have to get the Tesseract path. Where is our Tesseract installed? Okay, so I'll just show you where is the Tesseract file in my case. So this is in our C drive, program files, Tesseract OCR. Here this is the tesseract.exe. I'll just right click on this Tesseract and I'll just get the copy as path in my case, cause this is Windows 11. In your case, you can just get the path of this like this, and you can add at the last tesseract.exe like this. Tesseract.exe. You can get this one. Sorry, I'm spelling this wrong. Tesseract.exe. Okay, you can see this is the path. Now I'll just get that and get in one variable. Suppose this is named as tesseract path equal to, I'll add this one. Okay, now next one, I want to add this tesseract path in our pytesseract, and for that I'll just copy this one dot this one again, pytesseract dot tesseract underscore cmd, and I'll pass here this path. Okay, so we have done, and now I'll have to import our imgdd label also, and for that I will write like this: from imgdd label, sorry, this will be like this, label import imgdd label. Okay, now let me create one class here, and I'll name it like OCR application, OCR app, and under this let's create one initialization method. Let's pass self, and under this let's initialize one thing, that is image, and under this uh, the initial value will be none, so that the image by default will be none. Now let's create one method here called main. Okay, let's pass self, and under this let's get one try block, and under this we will write all our codes. Okay, and after that if there will be any error, then it will be handled like this and it will be printed. Okay, so we'll have to write all our codes under this try block. So let's jump into try block, and first of all I will add the Q application here, so that we'll have to run our application, right? So I'll use here qt widgets dot q application, and I'll pass some arguments here like sys.rv, and for that we'll have to import the sys module also. So I'll use here import sys. Okay, and now I'll have to load our UI file. Where is our UI file? If you will see here that this is the UI file, OCR underscore UI. So I'll just copy this one, and here I'll have to call that one with the UIC from pyqt5. So I'll call here into this variable self.ui is equal to UIC dot load UI, and under this I'll pass this UI file. Okay, so this will be loaded, and now I have to make the image drag drop label, and for that I'll just copy this one and come here, and I'll make this like this, imgdd label. Okay, and equal to, I'll pass this one, and now we'll have to add this label into our frame, but under frame we have not added any layout, so it will be not accurate. So for that we'll have to add one layout under this one. Okay, so for that let's go into the any of the layout, vertical or horizontal, and let's add into this. Okay, and let's make it something like this. Okay, and now let's change it to any of the name. So I'll rename it like img layout. Okay, I'm renaming it as img layout. So let me cut it down here, and let's save it first. Let's minimize, and now I have to add this into that layout. So I'll call self dot ui dot img layout dot add widget, so it will be added into the img layout. So let's copy it and let's paste it here. so it will be added into the IMG layout. Okay, and now what I want to show the window first. Okay, let's see our window how it looks. So I'll call shape.ui.show method, and let's execute our application also. So I'll call app.execute. Okay, and now let's call our class, and for that I'll write like this, and let's call our class. Done. Now let's save, and I'll save it like OCR app. Okay, now let's save it here. Now let's run this. It's not happening cause we have not called this main, so I'll just have to call this main under this. Okay, load UI, we have mistaken the load UI spelling. This is capital U. Okay, IMG layout is also not defined here. Let me check what's the mistake. IMG layout is already here, but it's giving one error. Why? Let's check once more. IMG layout dot add visit. Okay, so it's showing now. I think it was not saved, but it is showing now. Okay, so you will see here this is like this. Okay, but this is not removing the margins behind this one, so let's remove the margins so that it will look good. So I'll just come here and let's remove all the margins. 0 0 0 0. Okay, so we have done. Now let's save it and minimize, and let's run this. So it is opened here. Okay, you can see this looks good. Okay, but no any methods are applied for the extraction, but there is image drag drop system. If you will double click on it, then this will work. Okay, so now let's work further, and for that what I will do, first of all I will just remove the progress bar value here. You will see here that when I will run it, then you will see here that progress bar value is 24, but you will have to just firstly hide this one. Okay, when you will click on extract button, then this should show. So for that I'll just come here, and wherever we are, we'll call like this self dot ui dot progress bar. We'll have to remember the progress bar object name, that is progress bar in my case, progress bar dot set value. First of all, let's add to 0, and also I have to hide this one, so I'll just copy this code here and let's call the hide method. Okay, and when you will run this, okay, I have mistake again. This is set capital B. So this is hidden. As you can see, this is hidden. Now what we want is to add one button, so that when you will click on that button, then your extracted text will be saved. And for that I want that button into the status bar. So let's add this into the status bar. So I'll name it like self dot save button. Okay, and I want to make it a tool button, so I'll call qt widgets dot q tool button. And now we can add some tool tips here so that you will understand that for what thing this button is. So I'll add save button dot set tooltip, and under this let's pass simply the string of the message save extracted text. Okay, and now I can add one icon into this. So for that, when you will go here in the icons folder, I have save.png file. Okay, so I will add this one as the icon file. So for that, I'm adding one code here. Okay, and now let's add this icon into our save button. So I'll call save button dot set icon, and under this let's pass this icon. Okay, now it's added, and now I can make it auto red so that it will look the good button. So I'll use like this self dot save button dot set auto raise. If you will add this line, then your button will auto raise when you will go to that button from the mouse. So I'll use auto raise, and I'll pass this as true. And now I want to add this button into the status bar. So I'll just call this self.ui.status bar. We have a status bar, right? And in this I'll add this from this method add permanent widget. Okay, and I'll pass here self.save button save. Okay, sorry, this is save button. Okay, now let's save and let's see if it is added. Okay, I have again mistaken, this is auto raise. Now it is added. As you can see, this is the button. Okay, this is the button. Okay, when you will go into this, then this will show that save extracted text. So this button works good. I can also add some style sheets into this save button so that it will look more better, and for that I'm just copying from my previous code. I'll just change it to save button, and let's run this. Now you will see this looks good. Okay, this looks good. Now time to add some more functions into this one. So I'll just come outside of this main, and under this let's first get the image path which is coming from this imgdd label, and for that I will just make one method here called get image path, and under this let's pass self, and I'll call it into the self.image. Self.image is equal to self dot imgdd label dot image underscore path. Okay, I have one image underscore path variable into this one. Let me show you. This is this one self.imgdd img underscore path, and I'm accessing this one. So this is like this, and now we can just return this so that it will be used, self.img. Now let's make another method for the progress bar, so that when extraction will be happened, then progress bar will change its value. So I'll just name it like set progress bar value, and let's pass self first and then the v, that is the value. This is to be added, and now we'll call self dot ui dot, what is our progress bar name, that is progress bar itself, progress bar dot set value will call, and let's pass the v. Now let's make one method here for the text extraction. So I'll just make it like extract. I'll just name it extract. Let's pass self into this one, and now I'll have to get the path of the image first. So I'll just call this method here, and I'll just name it like this. I can also access this one, right? We can also access this one, but we are doing like this. Now I'll check that if it is image, okay, if image, then I'll have to do something and we'll write our code. Otherwise, if there will be any error, then it will be handled. Print e, and I can also give the message that please select the image, please select any image, okay, like this we can give the message. Now under this try block we'll have to write all the things. So now let's come here, and first of all we'll have to clear our text box. Okay, where is our text box? If you will see, this is our text box. Okay, so we'll have to clear this text box first. And what is our text box name? When you will click on this, then you will see that this is text edit. Okay, this is named as text edit. So I'll just come here, and what I will do first of all is self.ui.textEdit.clear method I will use for clearing all the text which is already written in the text box. And now I can keep the message like extracting text. We can also set it as status bar text, but leave it for now. And now what I want is first of all let's call this one. Every time this extract method will be done, first of all the progress bar value will be 0, and then let's change the button name, extract button name to let's get what is our extract button name. This is push button. Let's change it. Let's change the object name as extract button first, so that you will understand what is this one. Okay, so this is extract button. Okay, as you can see, this is the object name. Let's copy it, and I'll call self.ui.extract button dot set text. Sorry, this one will be like this, set text, and under this I want like this, extracting please wait. Okay, like this I want as the text. Okay, so this will be changed when user will click on extract button. Now I have to read the image. So for reading the image I'll use cv2, and for this I'll call image is equal to cv2.imread. You can also use the pil, but I'm using here the cv2. Now let's give it some more value, like let's give it to 10, so that it will be 10% done. And now let's convert this image into the RGB color, cause cv2 accepts BGR color, but our pytesseract uses RGB color. So for that I'll just make it into the variable called RGB, and under this I'll call cv2.cvt color convert color, and under this I'll pass firstly the image and next the color name cv2 dot color underscore bgr to RGB, like this. Now next one, let's increase the progress bar value, cause one more thing is being done here, and let's give it 20. Okay, and now next main thing, cause our image is converted into RGB, so now we can convert the image into the text with using this method called pytesseract dot image to string, image to underscore a string. Okay, and under this we'll have to pass the image name, and our image name is RGB. So this is converted into the text now, and now I can again increase the progress bar value. Let's suppose it is 90%, because all things are now happened. Now we have to just add this text into our text box, but when the text is in the image. So firstly, if we'll check that if text will be this, okay, if text is nothing, that is if in the image there is no text, then I can print the message that no text found in image. Okay, like this. And I can also add this to the dialog box. Okay, and I can also add this into our text box. So let's add this message into the text box, and for that I will use self.ui.textedit.set HTML, and under this let's pass the HTML I want is like this. Okay, under the HTML paragraph in the bold format, no text font is in reading image, and I am passing this self.image. Again I can also pass the image. Again I also pass the image like this. Okay, I can also pass the image or self.image, because self.image is here. Okay, so I can pass these two threads. Now if text is there, then we'll have to add this text into our text edit. So for that I'll just call this one, and I'll use set text method to add this text into our text edit. So I'll just call this text. So this will be added into our text edit. So we have done, cause this text is now in the text edit, so we'll have to increase this and it will be now 100%. Okay, so we have done this one. Now I can also change the button name, cause extracting is done, then it will be again extract. Okay, now cause this is extracted, then we'll just do this one. Again the progress bar value will be 0. Okay, and again we can hide this one. We can hide this one. Okay, cause everything is done, then it should be hidden. So where is our progress bar dot hide method? Progress bar dot hide method. So this will be called here, progress bar dot hide. And by first of all, when it will be 0, then it will be shown. So I'll call this one here, and I will call show method. So when extraction will be happening, then this progress bar will be shown, and after extraction completion it will be again hidden. Okay, and here let's add this like this. Sorry for the mistake, this will be like this. And if image will be not found, if image will be there, then this will be done, and if there will be any exception, then it will be printed here. But when there will be an empty image, that is image is none, then just go into the else block here after if, and let's print the message that please select any image. Okay, this will be here. So now let's save it, and let's call this extract button from our button. So for that, let's add this extract button into our extract method into our extract button. So we'll come into the main, and wherever we are, just before the show method, I can add this like this: self.ui dot extract button dot, this will be extract button dot clicked dot connect, and under this let's pass self dot extract. Okay, now let's save and let's run and see if it is working. First of all, I have mistaken here. What is the mistake? Okay, sorry, except block we have left. Except exception as E, and let's print E. Okay, now let's run. Invalid syntax, this is here, let's remove it. Let's save it and run this. So this is the application. Now let's get one image here. Okay, let's give it some images like this, and let's extract. Okay, something is mistake in this, so let's check it. Okay, this is the set value. Again, set value, we have mistaken here that we have directly called get image path, but it will be self dot get image path. So let's save it and let's run it. Now it is here. Now let's get one image and let's extract the text. So it is showing the message like this, but it is not happening. What is the error? Okay, tesseract, we have mistaken with the name of tesseract. Okay, this is the mistake with the path. This is to be written like this, tesseract. Okay, let's write like this. Okay, because this is \t, it is being done, that's why it is giving the error. Okay, it will be in the forward slash, okay, but not give the backward slash. Now let's run. Now let's get one image here. Okay, let's extract the text. Now you will see that this is extracted the text, but it is not extracting this my name. Perhaps it is the mistake of the OCR, Tesseract OCR, but you can just improve the results with some logics, with some extra things. We can also just get the text from this one. Let's get some text. Okay, and this is converted. Okay, so this is working, but we have to save this extracted text, because without saving this extracted text, we have no use of this application. So for that, we'll just make another method below this one. Let's make it like save extracted text. Okay, let's pass self, and under this, first of all, let's give it the file name. The default file name will be extracted underscore text dot txt. Okay, this will be the default file name. When user will not select any of the image, then it will be message like this. Now I will check that if there is any image, if self.image, then let's change the file name, and file name will be the same as the file name image file which is selected by the user. So I will just get firstly the shape.image, and then I will split this from right side with this dot, because the images file names are like something dot jpg, something dot png, etc. So we'll just remove the dot png, dot jpg, etc., and let's get the left side value from that image name. Okay, it will be saved into the fn. And now what I will use is the try block, and under this I will call f name is equal to qt widgets dot q file dialog, and under this I'll pass get save file name, and this will be on our UI. So let's give it the title, and title will be save file, and let's give it the default folder name, and it will be into one folder, and it will be called like this, extracted text. Under this folder all the extracted text will be saved, and it will be added into the file name. And let's add the extensions for the file names, and for that I'm just copying from my previous one, and I'll just paste it here. Okay, this will be the title, and this will be the folder name, and these four things will be the extensions names: the text files, word files, python files, or any other files. Okay, so we have done. Now we'll have to check that if user have selected any file name, if you have written any file name, then what will be happened. I'll just get the extracted text from the text edit into the et variable called extracted text. So I'll call self.ui dot text edit dot to plain text. To get the text from the text edit, we have to call to plain text. So it will be to plain text. And now with opening our file name, and file name 0 will be called here. Okay, so that it will be only the file name but not all the things, and it will be in the write mode, and as t file I will name it, and I will call it t file dot write et. And after exception, so I'll call except exception as e. Let's print e. Okay, now we have made this method. Now we have to call this method from our save button, where we have made the save button into this main save button. So we'll have to call this, we can call anywhere. So I'll call self dot ui dot save button dot clicked dot connect, and under this I'll pass self dot this method. Okay, let's save and run this. Okay, we have done mistake. What is the mistake? Save self dot save button, we have made self dot save button. Okay, but not self dot ui, so I'll have to call like this, sorry. So we have this now. We can select any of the image. Let's select any image to extract. Okay, let's extract it. So the text is now extracted. Now let's save it. Okay, we have mistake again. What is the mistake is this name, file name. It will be like this. Let's run again. And finally, I think it is working now. Let's extract the text and let's save it. So it is saying what is the file name. The default file name was matplotlib color chart.png. So it is now the file name again, and we can change the word file, text file, or any other files. Let's save into the text, and we can save into the default folder of the image. Where is the image? There will be the text file. Okay, you can change the path, and let's save it into this. So we can save like this, and now we can open that one also. Let's refresh first. Okay, and now you will see that this is the text converted. Okay, so I hope guys you have enjoyed this tutorial. We have finished. If you have any doubt, then you can ask me through the comment box, and please guys share this video to your friends so that they will also get benefit of this video. See you in next video.